Clutchness is the sports version of a superpower. There's loads of versions of stats that tell you about clutchness, but I do not care about those. Crazy, LQ doesn't care about an advanced stat. Shut up. But forget about all the known clutch shots, forget about the Kobe Bryant, Joe Johnson, Michael Jordan. What are the most clutch shots that you might not have heard of? My name's LQ, and let's talk about it. First, cast your mind back to the 2015 playoffs. The West is stacked. The Warriors look scary with the explosion of Stephen Curry in his first MVP season. The Lob City Clippers look ready to make an impact. Houston Rockets and San Antonio Spurs are both terrifying teams. Two of these teams match up in the first round. The San Antonio Spurs versus the Los Angeles Clippers. After the first 5 games, the Spurs are up 3-2. Game 6 saw the Spurs give up a 10-point lead and the Clippers win. Now, Game 7. Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, Tim Duncan, Kawhi Leonard. 31 different lead changes. But then Chris Paul injures his hamstring. Season over, right? But he came back in the third quarter and trudged it out. And then, in the fourth quarter, tied game, what happens next?
Green on Paul. Second left, Clippers by 2.
See, the Clippers might have lost the subsequent series, but Chris Paul made an impossibly clutch shot. This clutch shot doesn't get enough credit, and Blake Griffin landing directly on his head doesn't get enough credit either. Now on to the next shot. Now, one thing about clutch shots is that not every clutch shot is a buzzer beater. The word dagger is used to describe a shot that ices the game out or wins the game. Now, in 2010-2011, the Miami Big Three arrived. Bosh, Wade, LeBron James. They matched expectations. They reached the final to face the 3-seeded Dallas Mavericks. The Mavericks didn't stand a chance, right? It's Game 5. The series is tied at 2-2. The score is 105-101. With the Heat's speed and aggression, the Mavericks weren't sure they could hold on if they missed the next shot. Jason Kidd passes the ball to Jason Terry. Jason Terry, 20 foot out, guarded by the much taller LeBron James.
Again, excellent ball denial. Terry, a long 3. Bang! Jason Terry gives the Mavericks a 7-point lead with 33 seconds remaining.
The Mavs go on to win the series in Game 6 and so win their first championship ring ever. So we've had franchise-altering shots that don't necessarily win the game but are clutched in their own right. So you want a shot that ends a game that ends up with a championship? I'll give you a shot that wins a game that ends up with a championship. Kobe Bryant. Before 2010, he had 4 rings. 3 with Shaq and 1 against the young Magic core. 2010 would cement his status as the bus driver of a championship team. I mean, he was already a legend, but this would make him go from just a legend to top 10 all time. This shot isn't even by him. We know about Kobe's clutch shots, but this is a different man. I ask you, have you ever heard of redemption, not over 2 games, but over 2 possessions? The Suns were a tough matchup for the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. The speed of Amari Stoudemire and Steve Nash's pick and roll was tough for Pau Gasol or Lamar Odom to guard. By Game 5, the series was tied 2 games apiece. With a minute left of the game and a full shot clock left, the Lakers were up 3 points to the Suns. The smart decision would be, take time off the shot clock, get a good shot. The dumb decision would be, run our test, now called Meta Sandiford our test, to take a 3 for no apparent reason. What do you think he did?
Clock rolling down. Gasol with the rebound. Artest wide open for 3. Why would he take the shot?
Kobe is livid. Phil Jackson is livid. Now the Suns have hit a 3 to tie the game. The game clock is running down off of the timeout. Who do you give the ball to? Kobe Bryant. But the Suns know this, so they've smothered him. Kobe gets the shot off, but it's looking like an air ball. The ball comes to our test. How's your bowl?
And comes up short. Who took that bad shot just a moment ago. The Suns are shocked. They will review it. It appeared he got it off on time. Ron Artest with the game winner for the Lakers.
The Lakers win, Kobe goes on to his 5th championship, and Ron Artest continues to make daggers along the way. That was clutch. Now that shot might not have been Kyrie versus the Warriors or Michael Jordan versus the Jazz, but that might be the most clutch shot that you've never heard of. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Boom.